So, will lifting weights make women bulky? So in this video, we're going to go over the Mr. Matt's facts about will lifting weights make women bulky. But Matt, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to end up like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is the common thing I hear pretty much every time somebody starts to train with us. For starters, you're not Arnold Schwarzenegger. You don't have the genetics of a god and we're on prescription steroids since you're about 16 years old. So don't worry too much about that. What women will be worried about is getting bigger muscles and looking like a man. If you're training and injecting yourself with things that end in drol or own, then you might. And no, they're not things that are found in a cheap multivitamin. So it's safe to say that if you're not doing that, which I guarantee you're pretty much not, that you're not going to end up big and bulky. Let me explain why. The people who you see are larger than life, the men and the women, they do have extra help, should we say. And getting bigger has a lot to do with testosterone levels. An average man will have between 300 and 1100 units of testosterone in their blood. I won't go over how they measure this, but between 300 and 1100. A female will have on average 1/14 of that pre-menopause. Post-menopause, pretty shitty. It's even lower than that, but I won't go into that. So if a dude spends a lifetime in a gym, like a lot of guys do, trying to get bigger, and not many of them succeed, do you think a woman starting to lift weights with 1/14 of the testosterone of an average man is going to suddenly become like a bodybuilder by lifting a few weights? The answer, of course, is no, you're not. It is literally impossible for you to get big and bulky unless you're having that extra help. But lifting weights does have a huge positive effect on the good fat burning hormones of the body. It will help increase certain hormones that help with fat loss. And there's a good old saying that I use in my training: the bigger you lift, the leaner you'll get. And also the main thing to understand is really to do with your lifestyle outside of training. So if you lift heavy weights in your training and then you go home and binge on Ben & Jerry's, McDonald's and wine every night, don't expect that you're going to wake up in the morning looking nice and lean. But Matt, I know you're saying all this about my testosterone, but my mate Julie at work read something in a magazine and we're all going to get all big bulky if I do lift weights. Okay, Julie, you expert who's read something from Women's Health. There's a good old saying, cupcakes make you bulky, lifting weights doesn't make you bulky. Like I said before, it's a lot to do with how you live your life outside of training. If you are eating cakes constantly, eating chocolate, having a high sugar breakfast, then yes, you're going to get fatter. Thus, it may make you look more bulky. So if you want to get less bulky, cut down on the cupcakes. And you think it's a bit of a coincidence that the leanest woman I've ever trained was also the strongest woman I've ever trained? And this person did no cardio, had no fat strippers, didn't starve themselves, but what they did do was consistent with following a plan. So let me reiterate. Lifting weights will never make you bulky unless you've gone into a dodgy cloakroom in a gym and bought something that you need to use a needle to prescribe to yourself to get to a certain point. If you're looking to lose body fat, then weight training is going to be your best friend. A little fact that I like to tell people to understand how important it is: every pound of muscle that you put on over your whole body, you're going to burn about an extra 50 calories a day just being alive, which is a pretty cool thing really when you think about it. So no, lifting weights will not make you bulky. Stop listening to your friend Julie at work. Stop reading Women's Health. Okay Matt, I get it. So if I lift weights, I'll look leaner. Yes. But Matt, can I still do Zumba? If you really want to. Now, Zumba, or Flumba as I call it, that's another story. We'll talk about that in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to ask me anything, comment in the section below. And if you're interested about following a real weight training program, drop me an inbox. Thanks Matt, so this is what I do, isn't it?